The member from Pickering-Scarborough East.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is for the Minister of Community and Social Services. About 1 in 7 people in Ontario have disabilities. And Speaker, this number is anticipated to grow to 1 in 5 within 20 years due to our aging population. By 2036, the number of seniors is projected to be more than double the 2009 number of 4.7 million. That's quite a bit. Personally, I know firsthand the challenges and opportunities that exist with accessibility in our province, and I speak with constituents in my riding of Pickering-Scarborough East all the time about this. This is Accessibility Week, and it gives us an opportunity to rededicate ourselves to building an accessible province for people with all kinds of disabilities. My question is, how is this government addressing accessibility to truly make Ontario inclusive?
Good question.
Thank you.
Minister of Community and Social Services.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I do want to single out the member for her advocacy and leadership on this very important issue. Mr. Speaker, each May we recognize National Access Awareness Week to honour achievements in building an Ontario that's accessible for all its residents, regardless of ability. And Mr. Speaker, I think all members of the legislature on all sides of the House should be very pleased with the efforts that we made in 2005 when unanimously a bill that we have brought forward, the Accessibility for Ontarians with Disabilities Act, was passed by this House. This Act, Mr. Speaker, establishes a framework under which standards are brought forward for people with disabilities to make our society more accessible. These are standards that come in over time through a series of benchmarks, and I'm pleased to say, Mr. Speaker, we have developed and implemented 4 of the 5 standards that have been recognized. I also want to take this opportunity to congratulate and thank all those people involved in putting together these standards, the individuals that have been part of the standards development committees and my ministry's advisory council.
Thank you to the Minister. As the former chair of the Ontario Accessibility Standards Advisory Council for our province, I appreciate the advice we do receive from our local advisory councils throughout Ontario. These local advisory councils continue to inform me as a past chair and our government about accessibility needs in my community, and they provide feedback on how our government can help. I understand, though, that time is needed for businesses to adapt new accessibility standards, and as they are developed, it will take some work. However, some businesses are still concerned about a cost about becoming fully accessible. Through you, Speaker, to the Minister, what are the economic benefits for businesses that improve accessibility? Thank you.
Thank you. Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I think everyone who's involved on the business front and the non-profit front, everyone who's trying to make their place of business or their place more accessible realizes that not only is it a matter of, call it, corporate responsibility or doing the right thing, but it also makes good business sense. Study after study, Mr. Speaker, and one of the most famous ones was done by the world-renowned Martin Prosperity Institute, is indicating that improving accessibility is good for business. In fact, that particular study, Mr. Speaker, said that improving accessibility could bring Ontario up to $1.6 billion in tourism dollars, and retail sales could grow by another $10 billion. As I say, Mr. Speaker, we have a large number of individuals in the province of Ontario who face challenges through disabilities. With an aging population, that number is set to grow, and we have to make sure that we're the most accessible society, not simply because it's the right thing to do, but because it makes good business sense.
Thank you.